I'm Leo Warder for Kit Guru, and I've just realised I'm not actually certain how to pronounce the name of this PC. It is from MSI, it's called Infinite, and then it's the letter X, but I don't know for sure if it's actually X or if it's 10 like the iPhone 10. I'm going to go with X. MSI Infinite X. It's a built PC that arrives ready to go, except it actually comes with this regular steel panel, no noise deadening material, no nothing. It's a real basic panel. And they said, no, please do install the accessory glass panel because it looks better and you can show off the mystic lighting and such like. And I thought, yep, fair enough. Unfortunately, although we at Kit Guru are the first media in the UK to do a review of the Infinite X, I'm sticking with X now, it's clearly been around the houses. It's done at least a show or something because in addition to this ding in the top, which absolutely should not be there, one of the mounting lugs for this glass panel is bent. The thread thing has just been given a heft. There's no other damage as such. It behaves correctly, it functions correctly, but you never feel great with a PC that's clearly not in the first flush of what's it. Plus it means I can't do the peeling off the protective coating on the glass and all the rest of it. Such is life, my problem, not yours. There are 3 versions of Infinite X available for sale. It's all down to the graphics. The hardware in each case is exactly the same. The guts of the system is a Coffee Lake Core i7-8700K processor, so that's a desktop processor unlocked, available to be overclocked. And then you get 3 different types of graphics. So you get GTX 1060, that'll cost you £1,500 just under. GTX 1070, that's £1,700, or GTX 1080, that's £2,100. Here in the UK at the moment, that's on sale actually through John Lewis rather than the usual sort of computer outlets, which is definitely surprising. And I'm not sure if it's on sale at Amazon either, which is really surprising this day and age. Everything's at Amazon. We, however, have another version, and this reminds me of a bloke I used to know many years ago who had a Lancia, one of those Italian cars. Can you still buy a Lancia? And it was a unique car because it had come directly from the importer. It was their demo model, and it had every single accessory you could possibly get, every single one in the same car. And nobody did that. They've got some accessories, not others. We have GTX 1080 Ti, and whilst that's a SKU that is listed, is not in the UK, and I'm not sure where you can buy that. So I'm going to pick a figure out of the air, completely almost at random. I'm going to say this is a £2,500 PC. There's another variant also to do with the specification. As far as I can see, all the PCs that are on sale have a single M.2 SSD, and then you have a 2 terabyte bulk storage drive. Are we still running 3D Mark? Oh, look at that. Perfect timing. Wow, that's a good game. And a pretty hefty score. But then Coffee Lake 6 core along with GTX 1080 Ti, I mean, it's going to be good, isn't it? It just is. Let's run something else that's going to give you a bit of eye candy. Okay, I'm running the Blender render test. That's the standard BMW test, or one of the standard ones. It's running in CPU mode, so the CPU, the Coffee Lake, is working flat out, and this will take a few minutes to run. One of the other aspects of this PC that is different to the other Infinite X's that are out there is it has dual Intel 600p SSDs, M.2s, in RAID. So it has 500 odd gigabytes of fast storage. I've written 500 down, and I think it's almost exactly 500. As well as a 2 terabyte Seagate BarraCuda SATA hard drive. Obviously the motherboard is Z370 because it's Coffee Lake, and obviously that's an MSI, as you would expect. Slightly peculiarly, however, despite the fact we've got this vertically mounted MSI, naturally GTX 1080 Ti Armor graphics card. For some reason on the I/O panel for the motherboard, which after all was made by MSI and was chosen by MSI to go in this MSI PC, we still have graphics outputs on the I/O panel, and I cannot begin to understand why they do that. That just seems weird to me. Clearly you're using the graphics card, obviously. Anyway, no point in moaning, but a few more USB or something would have been nice. We've also got, pushes the button, an optical drive. Why? Why? When did you last play a game on an optical disc? And for anybody who wants an optical drive, I say, well, fair enough, here you are, this is for you. I haven't bought a game on disc in I cannot remember how long, so I just consider that to be bizarre. particularly as it's quite clearly one of those things where they've crowbarred in a laptop type drive, a slim drive, and then put a fancy bezel-y thing on it to fit it into this fascia. I mean, I don't understand it. Yeah, there's space. Yes, they can do it. No, there's no harm. Why? Just why? The I/O panel is here. We've got two Type A USBs. We've got a Type C. We've got headset jacks. We've got the Larry power button. We've got illumination going on, which you can see through the glass on the side and also the glass on the front. It's powered by MSI's Mystic lighting system, and I don't like that system very much. The software is just not the greatest. It just isn't. So I've set it to a red thing which looks absolutely perfectly pleasant, and obviously red being an MSI colour, so that's great. There are other colour schemes. You can have it doing the rainbow thing and such like, but it all gets a bit tiresome. Through the smoke glass and such like, the red is just pleasant. The glass panel stands off by like that much, so therefore there's no hint of it being filtered. I can actually see it's not sat down correctly on these metal standoffs. As I say, one is bent. However, clearly, MSI can either seal it, in which case the graphics card's going to starve of air, or they can stand it off, in which case you don't get any filtration. I mean, that's obvious. Clearly, starving the graphics card would be a disaster. So they've stood it off, and therefore no filtration. So, not best pleased about that. What else? Memory. Now, I don't begin to get this. The memory is DDR4 2400 megahertz. You cannot, I don't think, go to another PC assembler across the UK, probably across Europe, and spec a PC with a Coffee Lake on a Z370 with a 1080 Ti and 2400 megahertz memory. I don't think the option even exists. And for some reason, MSI has gone down that route. So that's not good. Obviously, the memory bandwidth is poor as a result. Fact. It's not going to help performance, obviously, and also the memory looks dull. It's just green PCBs and chips, and you think, oh, you know, you're paying a lot of money for this PC. The idea you've got memory that looks dull just seems unnecessary. So the choice of memory, very strange. I suppose on the plus side, it's dual channel. They also say it's 16 gig in 2 modules. You can do a maximum 64. Well, okie dokie. So you could double up. Yeah, you don't want to double up on your 2400. You want faster memory for a start, I'd have thought. Also the cooler. Now the cooler is one that's appeared in various other MSI pre-built systems before. Oh, we're done. Let's run something else. Let's give you a quick rush through Time Spy. Yeah, the cooler. The cooler's been used in various MSI pre-built systems before, and it's their Silent Storm Cooling 3 Pro. I'm not absolutely certain if it's an Ace Tech or not, but it's certainly a liquid cooler. It's a 120mm cooler at the back, and that strikes me as peculiar. It certainly runs reasonably warm, but then of course Coffee Lake does run reasonably warm. If you start to push it, you know, it heads to 80 degrees. That happens almost regardless. But the thing is, it seems to hurt performance. When I ran Blender, when I was doing my benchmarking of this PC, initially the CPU went up to 4.3 gigahertz on all cores, which is what I'd expect. It then dropped down to 4.1 gigahertz, which wasn't encouraging, and it then dropped down to 4 gigahertz. And I'm going to say that's CPU cooling right there. That's not good. Now, Blender is obviously, it's a real test, it's not a synthetic test, but it is stressing all cores simultaneously 100%. And obviously with games and such like, you don't tend to do that, it's more bursty. But it's a good test, it's a legitimate test. And the fact is, to my mind, this PC failed that. I mean, it pulled through the test right, you saw it running Blender, but the fact is the processor shouldn't running at 4 gigahertz, it should be running at 4.3 gigahertz. And ideally, you know, fingers crossed, ideally it should run beyond that stage. It's a K processor after all, put proper cooling on it, why not? A 120mm cooler in this chassis strikes me as just a really peculiar choice. But then if you want another peculiar choice, reaches for the specification, the power supply. Okay, so it's by Delta. Delta's a proper brand. It looks entirely generic. I mean, the Delta logo is on the back of it. It's 550 watts for rating, which strikes me as a little bit peculiar, seeing as it's a 1080 Ti, but nonetheless, we're within the 550 watts power draw, but it's rated bronze. Bronze! I mean, why? Why would they do that? Now, if you're building a cheap PC, yeah, bronze is acceptable. This is not a cheap PC. Even with a 1070, what was the price of that 1070? 1060 even, £1,500. 1,500 or 1,700 or 2,100. I mean, this, as I say, is the special. This is the more than that. But nonetheless, £1,500, I don't think you're on a bronze rated power supply. So I don't get that. Oh, that is good. So overall, it's a really strange thing. MSI's built a regular steel chassis into a leery looking sort of cladding is the best way of describing it, so it looks a bit swish. Okay, they've put a glass panel on it, albeit, you know, at some point it's received a bit of damage, so it doesn't look entirely correct, but fine. They put their lighting inside. Okay, it looks pleasant enough. It has Mystic lighting, and the number of times we've asked them in reviews and such like to just sort out the software, I mean, it's getting beyond a joke. So any help they can put on the software, we'll take, thank you very much. The specification is, in terms of the motherboard, fine, except the motherboard could hardly be a more dull and generic Z370 motherboard, and MSI after all makes a whole range of motherboards, so it's just a peculiar choice. The graphics card, the MSI Armor graphics card, yep, we're happy with that, processor's fine. The cooler, a 120 cooler, please, more. The memory, better, faster, yep. The Intel 600p SSDs, fine. I mean, I think most of us will say, well, where's the Samsung? But that's not a problem, or indeed WD Black. But here we are, Intel we've got, that's fine. We've got Wi-Fi, we've got various USBs, I mean, that's all fine. But it's a sort of a bit of hodgepodge. We've got a bronze rated power supply. We've got an optical drive. I mean, it's just this bizarre thing. The cable management is not gorgeous. Now, they've divided it into compartments internally, so there's a shroud that covers the sort of the mess. You take the shroud off to have a look, and it's not really very pretty. That's just a fact of life. And overall, you sit back and you go, well, if I was walking through John Lewis and I had a bunch of money burning out of my pocket on a gaming PC, would I pick this up? I might. I mean, there are alternatives. Obviously not this one, because the 1080 Ti is not the one I'll be looking at, but let's say it's the 1080. Well, why not? I mean, it's going to play games. But I could go to most PC builders in the UK and spec a PC that had the same broad outline in terms of storage, graphics and processor, and I'm going to say a proper case, which sounds terribly rude, but a case with filters. I mean, it can still have glass and RGB, but it can be filtered and not have bent bits. I mean, as in, it would be inherently resistant to bent standoffs because it wouldn't use that system. And I'd save a couple £100. Of that, I'm absolutely sure. And in addition, if I went to a PC builder, and in this instance was paying, say, £2,300 for a 1080 Ti with Coffee Lake, I wouldn't be offered, well, I would hope I wouldn't be offered a bronze power supply. If they offered a bronze power supply, I'm quite sure that for a very small amount extra, say 20 quid, I'd get a gold power supply. Similarly, the memory, it would not be 2400 megahertz memory, it'd be 3000, 3200 or whatever, maybe 3600. I mean, I know memory is crushingly expensive, I entirely accept that, but this is just bizarre. And overall, what are the good points of this PC? It plays games. I mean, of course it does. Take a Coffee Lake, put in a Z370, put in a 1080 Ti, of course it plays games. And if it's a 1080, 1070, 1060, they're the same. You've got I/O, that's fine. You've got lights, but you can't buy a PC at this spec now without lights. It's not possible. You've got a DVD. I don't get the DVD drive. And we're finishing up. And overall, I'm genuinely struggling to understand the thinking behind this, unless someone at MSI simply thought, look, we make motherboards, we make graphics cards, we've got a relationship with Intel, let's put it all together, call it a PC, and we'll call it the Infinite X, and we'll sell a bunch of parts. Fair enough, it's a reasonable approach, it's a reasonable premise. But I am left with the feeling that this PC has no part in my life. I cannot imagine anybody I know who will buy this PC. I can imagine there is someone who's going to walk through John Lewis and go, I'll have that one. How much is it? Here's the credit card. Now, money is sort of no object. Just run it around the corner and deliver it to my London house. Good score. But that's not me. I doubt it's you. I doubt it's frankly many people that read Kit Guru reviews or watch Kit Guru videos. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, please leave a comment and tell me I'm wrong. But right now I am just absolutely at sea and baffled. If you like this video, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. If you want more from Kit Guru, click to subscribe. Hit the bell button. You'll be alerted to new videos as they become available. I'm Leo Warder for Kit Guru. This is the MSI Infinite X, or possibly the MSI Infinite 10.